You have to just be here all the time to really appreciate all the fun that we had. Yesterday was so much fun. Don't forget your cell phones, turn them off, leave them in the car, do something, just be sure they don't buzz and beep and carry on, do all that stuff. This week on Wednesday, we'll have ISC Healing Circle with Miss Victoria. And next Sunday, we'll have our guest speaker for the month, Megan Mundy, and potluck. So go ahead and put that on your calendar. Then on the 21st, we're going to have potluck and Dirty Santa Christmas party, which should just be tons of fun. Yeah. And then on the 25th, Randy will be bringing the message, so we will have service on Christmas. And so that's it for this month, really. It's the whole year's gone. What can I say? It's gone by so fast. My mother used to say, you know, the older you get, the faster time goes. And I'm like, it can't go any faster. There's still 24 hours in the day. Being the left brain child that I was, and she just looked at me and smiled. And now I understand what she means. Yeah, it's gone way too fast. So at this time, I'll ask if there are any prayer requests. And I'll put Jackie and George. And Bernie, B-E-R-N-I. Okay. Anybody else?
Barbara.
Barbara.
Ada Marie.
Ada Marie.
Randy.
Randy.
Philip.
Anybody else? Miss Betty. Put them stuff on there. Okay, come
Hello, blessed ones. How are you?
Great.
Are we here? Yeah, come over here. I want to tell you a short story before we have prayer time here. Everybody gets settled and relaxed, take a deep breath. I always wanted to hear Christmas music. So I'm playing on the channels. I'm like, I'm not hearing any Christmas music. And then I heard Jingle Bells. And so, okay, found a Christmas station. Well, we get busy here. And, we're doing everything we're doing. We got clients, people coming in all the time. And all of a sudden, I hear in the background, play that fucking music. And I looked at that radio, and I started dancing, play that fucking music. And we had clients in here, and customers, and they started, they're looking at the crystals. And I'm going, well, eventually a Christmas song will be back on. And then when it come on, we'll sing it. Then all of a sudden, another rock song would come on. And go, do you remember when? What were you doing when that song came on? Well, 70s, 80s, what was that? And as we're doing that in this environment, we're laughing, we're playing, we're enjoying life. And I realized in so many ways, because they show me in so many ways just how blessed we truly are as a community. And just how awesome, freaking awesome we are. We really are. So we're going to hold up the concerns, because that's all they are. We're going to see them as completely healed in body, mind, and soul. We're going to send our beloved angels out to clear any blocks that is keeping them from the perception, thank you, that there is something not right in their world. So we see this for them. We know this for them. And so it is. Thank you, blessed ones. Okay, let me take the shoes off. I found my black socks. If I didn't, it would be polka dotted. Black socks. My name is Victoria Farley. I started this community right at a year ago, around January 8th or 9th. 3rd, thank you, January 3rd. And I remember when I came up here, I'm like, you really want me to do this? Yes, this is what you were born for. This is what we've been grooming you for. Accept it. We have trained your mind to the point to where you only think a certain way. We have trained your mind like an athlete. This is the title of this teaching, Training Your Mind Like an Athlete, and what it will produce in your life. There is a prominent actor in this country that I actually respect. He is of value. He has common sense. And that's Mr. Morgan Freeman. And he said this very loving statement. And he said it with such ease, with that, of course, that gorgeous voice he's got. I'm going to read it. And I left it up there. So, China, thank you. The monster in your home is your television. It is called programming for a reason. It takes your mind and your thoughts and your desires, and it leads it around like a sheep. This is the big screen, the computer screen, and this screen. It is programming you. It is telling you what to buy, what to say, how to feel. So, I'm going to ask you this. Do I have your permission? Let's take a deep breath before I bring in counsel. Well, beloved ones, how's that working out for you? Is it allowing you to have the life that you want? Is it uplifting you to the point that you're listening and hearing these programs? Is it giving you the life that you want? Is it feeding your soul? No, it keeps it in neutral, actually. Retarded speaking. I have many clients. I've been doing this for over 20 years. And I have a common theme when people ask me things. You see a common theme. A lot. Why aren't I getting what I want? I want love. I want riches. I want health. That is the common thing I hear daily in my counseling sessions. And this is how counsel answers that through me to them. You're not thinking on purpose. You're allowing your mind to think anything it wants. You're just kind of like, no. You have no focus enough to make it happen. Or you do this. You focus in on a person. It is not your right to focus your thoughts on a person. That's called being a vampire. That's psychic attack. And if they are aware enough, they can feel those emotions and they go, radar up. That's not our purpose. Our purpose is to feel the feeling of what we want and desire in our life. Listen, I'm not saying that you can't have what you want, but you are your own block. I say this with love. These lessons are hard at times. I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass. I'm here to lovingly tell you that you are a very, 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 very powerful human being. You're a divine being in human form. You are a walking, living expression of the living one itself. Take ownership of this. Love this about you. Know this about you. Isn't it wonderful that everything works out for me? When you can say that to yourself and know it, without being double-minded, your heart's desires will be in your presence. You will be having interaction with them. You will be enjoying the effects of them, whatever that is. It can be a new car, a new job, a new spouse, a new lover, whatever. When you know that you are what you're looking for, you always were. You hear this being say all the time, there is nothing outside of self. You hear her say this consistently throughout all of her teachings. There is nothing outside of self. And you're going, what does that mean? I'm looking at this chair and it's outside of me. No, it is an illusion. Human mind named that a chair. We might want to call it a banana in our realm. Okay? There is nothing outside of self except temporary fix. That temporary fix can take many forms. It can take the form of, they really look good in that pair of jeans. Or, I desire that new car. Train the mind like an athlete to say this when you see something that you are desiring in your life. This is an important formula that we wish to share. So, you're seeing the car that you want. You're seeing the relationship that you want. You're seeing whatever that you want. Say this, just like me. You're seeing the relationship that you want, and it makes you sick to your stomach. Come on, guys, get a room. That is telling the universe you do not feel that you deserve it if it affects you in this way. But if you're looking at the relationship that you want, that you desire, and you say, just like me, you just gave the universe a very clear signal. They just said, yes, we can go in and get it done. Double-mindedness keeps us from our heart's desires. It really does. We keep the universe thoroughly confused in so many ways. We think one thing 1 second, and then another the next. So, we offer you this formula. When you see something your heart's desire, what are you going to do? Just like me. That's giving a yes signal to the universe. Okay? When you find yourself, and you will, when you find yourself saying or feeling the lack of your heart's desires, you're telling the universe, not now. She's still in holding pattern. He's still in holding pattern. He hasn't figured out yet. Clear up my vibration so I can speak. They have not figured out yet that all they have to do is say yes and allow, just like me. Okay? So we're going to say, I would like you to say this with me. Just like me.
Just like me.
What you just told the universe is, yes. The Alabama in me is saying, get her done. Yeah, it's time to make things happen. Time to move energy. Don't you love it when energy moves? It's as scary as hell when energy moves sometimes. It really is. When energy moves, it causes you to be extremely uncomfortable. Like, whoa, wait a minute here. Revel in that feeling. It is temporary. It does pass. When your whole life changes in a blink of an eye, that energy is moving. It is causing you to make different choices. It's causing you to train the mind like an athlete and get very laser about what you truly, truly desire in your life. That is a gift But we ask this of you, when that does happen, it's not if, it's when, you know, you can qualify and let the universe know, can you make this easy, please? Please. Make it fun. I want to laugh through all this. I just kind of want to glide through it. I don't want to struggle like I'm climbing up a 100-foot wall. Now, soon as I said that, 100-foot wall, I put attention to it. Okay? I added that for a reason. See if you're paying attention. When you say something that counteracts what your heart's desire is, and you put it at the end or the beginning or the middle, please watch that, because you're counteracting it. You're counseling. Thank you for making my lesson so loving and blessed and easy. And thank you for showing me the gift in this. Thank you for allowing me to laugh and not take myself so seriously all the time. Thank you for the ease that you make my lessons. And some of us, all of us, have gone through some very serious traumatic drama and trauma. Some of you may be going through it now. You can put a on that and go, you're going to have to make this easy. I'm a divine being, remember? My very thought commands the expansion of the universe itself. So you will make this easy. You will show me how to do this in love and honor to self, so I may be of honor to others. For blessed ones, there is nothing outside of self. It is an illusion. Truly, there is not. You are an inside job the moment the living one thought of you. So use that inner love and power to stand in it. Put on that cape and know that you are the I am. You're not the I am, but you are the I am. And whatever you say beyond that I am concept will manifest into your life. It is law. There's no other way around it. It is law. So you're wanting a new job. When you're wanting something, rephrase it immediately. I desire a new job. The reason why I desire this new job is because I'm worthy of it. And then you go to that job that you just want to smack somebody in it, and you focus on the one thing that brings you joy in that environment. One thing that brings you that joy. What that is doing, it is opening up and expanding your energy to where it is going out. And guess what? Y'all know this because I'm looking at who's in here. Like attracts like. I'm wanting a new job. I'm wanting to be of service, a blessing. Show me what this looks like. Show me what this feels like now. And I want to focus on clocking out because it brings me a lot of joy. I get to clock out and leave it home. And just, whew, I get to go home and put up my feet. If that is the only joy that you have in your situation, focus on that. I get to clock out and leave it there. This also works with finding the right mate for you. Ezekiel, clean this up. This little one hears all the time, when is my other half going to be here? Yeah, am I always going to be alone? Am I ever getting married? She hears this continuously. And in this 20 years of hearing this, she sees themes and she sees formulas. And the scientist, lack of a better word, comes out there and she develops these little formulas that we infuse with wisdom to make happen. We put it in her toolbox. There is only one way to find your true mate. Only one. that is first become your true mate to yourself. Spend quality time with self. Take yourself out to a really good dinner. You know, don't go through McDonald's. You're worth more than that. Go out for a walk. Turn off all your little screens and spend time with self. Read something that feeds your soul. Watch something that feeds your soul. Do something that feeds your soul. We get tickled with this little one because she does do that. You'll find her at the copper cellar sitting in the corner table having lobster bisque, drinking a really good glass of wine, eating a 4-ounce medium rare steak. She's showing herself that she deserves the love. That is a way she chooses to do this. Train your mind like an athlete. Think only on purpose. Do not allow yourself to think anything. How does that work? Train your mind like an athlete. Here's a formula we would like to share. She brought it to us, we tweaked it, and then we put it in her toolbox. Right before you get up in the morning, that's kind of our quiet time. If you're aware of what you're doing, you set your day. A lot of times, this little one is waiting for the coffee. She drinks something called bulletproof coffee, and it has really helped her a great deal. It has improved her health immensely. So, we have shown her 3 minutes before her feet hit the floor. We have her say this: "Isn't it wonderful that everything works out for me? Isn't it? Isn't it wonderful that everything works out for me?" The first time I said that, I'm going to be honest with you, the first time I said that, I'm like, really? Have you looked at my life lately? And what they were doing, they were training me to think on purpose. Isn't it wonderful that everything works out for me? I had to live into that. I had to walk into that. And when I started living into that and walking into it, it became very quickly the evidence of it. I regained my health. I required a car from a very loving friend. I required a husband that I absolutely adore and that makes me laugh. Isn't it wonderful that everything works out for me? This is for you. We're not making light of the situations that are in your life because they're real to you. They affect you. They are your personal drama. So you can take that drama and look at it and send it love. Send it healing. Isn't it wonderful that everything works out for me? Now, we're going to switch a little. We're going to look at the other side of the coin. Now we're in the concept, everything works out for me. Melchizedek. When this loved one comes up here and we speak through her, we get tickled with her because her southern way of thinking comes out, and we love it. So we allow it. We do this because we see what she does with her grandchildren on a consistent basis. You will never hear her say to any of her beloved little ones that she loves so much, "You're not worthy. You're making a mistake. You're wrong." This will never come out of this little one's mouth, ever. You will hear her say to her beloved little ones as she sees the beloved teacher sitting in front of her, I will uplift you. I will always let you know that you are worthy of your heart's desires. She will be loving enough to let you know, honey, focus. She will tell you and ask you, I hear you talking. I hear your plans. Year after year, month after month, week after week, you're telling me. Now, what is your action plan to receive your heart's desires? What is the action plan? You can talk all you want, beloved ones, but if you don't do anything and be open to divine inspiration and your eyes pop open in the middle of the night and you go, that's the answer! You're going to be walking in circles for a long time. You've put out your heart's desires to the universe. You've given them full permission to do so because you're focused, you're not double-minded, you're not thinking back here. You're focused. Now, when the divine inspiration comes, walk through the door. Be ready. Stand in your power. Okay, I do this with my little ones a lot. When I come into the kitchen, they're like this, we're ready to cook, Nana. I put their little aprons on and we make a hell of a mess, but we have fun. Stand in that power. Yes. Do y'all understand just how powerful you really are? Please understand that. I'm not begging you, because it's always your choice. You'll get it sooner or later, because no one is left behind. Ever. We all get to go home. So why not own the power in this reincarnation? Why not in this reincarnation you clean up your personal dramas in this carnation and say, no more. I'm done. I've learned the lesson. And start focusing on the inner self, the soul. Spending time with the soul, loving the soul, nurturing the soul. You are the soul. This is just the vessel the soul comes in. Spend time with your soul. This is how you do that. Edgar, thank you. Mind is the builder. Train the mind. You train the mind by thinking on purpose. You're going to get so tired of us saying this to you. We're trying to get to you to have you understand, clean up the vibration, have you understand how quickly and how lovingly and how gloriously you can manifest really your heart's desire at a whim. If you can just focus and clean up your double-minded thoughts. You will hear me say, Edgar, Casey, thank you. Mind is the builder. This is where it all begins. Convince your mind of anything, and it will be put at your feet. This is how you know that you have done the job in convincing the mind of anything. You're experiencing it in your life now. If you're not experiencing your heart's desire in your life right now, you're not focusing and allowing and feeling the desire within. The universe is hearing two stories. Allow it to only hear one. I will use her, I want to speak, I'll use me as an example. I'm in the corporate world, I'm playing with diamonds all day. I'm bored to death. If I see another freaking diamond, I'm gonna hit somebody. Because that's all I did for many years. I graded diamonds. I'm just sitting there playing with diamonds all day. And this presence came over me, a very large one, that some of us have seen in here, even little ones. They come running out of here, and this few days ago, a 2-year-old came running out of this room and go, "They're huge!" And I go, "Yes, they are." And I go, "How many did you see?" And she was coherent enough to go, she had her little fingers up. And I go, "Yes, honey, they flank the altar, and yes, they are very huge." That presence came over me as I was playing with some diamonds, and it was so loving. I was at peace, and I go, "What's going on? I'm in a vault by myself. There's no one in here." And this presence came over me and goes, "You've asked to be a blessing. We have heard you." And I'm like, "Okay." And as this presence wrapped, literally, I felt it. I didn't see it at that time. Its wings wrapped around me. You've asked to be a blessing to everyone that sees and hears you. And then we put the words in your mouth. Show me what that looks like. And he kissed me on top of the head. It was a distinct male presence. I felt it right here. If you know me back then, and I'm just going to say it because we're all over 21, I was a bitch. I was a hard ass. I got things done. I'm the one they hired to fire people. Okay? I'm the one they put in the position to say, "You out." So, me saying no is no big deal. But I looked up at this beloved angel that just unwrapped its wings, and my first ego thought is, "I won't have insurance." That's the only thing I said. I won't have insurance. And I love the sense of humor of these divine beings. "Oh, little one, what are we going to do with you?" Trust us. You've asked for this. We have looked at your heart and see the real reason you wish to do this. It is not a selfish reason. So we are providing you with your heart's desire. Within a 4-month period, because I tell you what, the ego corporate person came out in me. I'm like, I'm used to making about 6 figures a year. What are you talking about? They literally jerked me out of that job and put me in another job. And they trained me by fire. You learn very quickly on how to handle people when you're doing 10 to 15 readings a day. Total strangers all throughout the globe. And after that training by fire, you learn very quickly on how to discernment of energy. You have no choice. You're either going to sink or swim. Personally, physically, I can't even hold my breath underwater. But I learned how to do a backstroke that is... Spiritually, I'm a great swimmer. So, saying all that to say this is, you can and will have your heart's desires if you focus on the feeling of it, not the emotion. The emotion will lead you around like a puppy dog. It will cause you to cry. It will cause you to bring drama into your life. But the feeling of it, emotion is here, people, loved ones. The feeling is here. The knowing that you are safe and loved and cared for and always wanted, always seen. That you are, always. So, train the mind like an athlete. Think on purpose. Ask yourself at least a half dozen times a day, what am I thinking? Is it beneficial for me to think this? And if it is not, guess what, powerful one? You get to choose a different thought. Isn't that great? You get to have the life that you desire because you're choosing to think on purpose. You're not focusing it on a human being. You're not focusing it on, I have to have this car in this color. You're focusing on the feeling of what it feels like to have that in your life. This is a simple, but yet it gets complicated as you want it, concept. And as we said in the beginning, as this little one came through and said in the beginning, the monster in your home is your television, your computer screen, your iPhone. That doesn't mean it can't give you and feed your heart's desires and your soul. We're not saying that. But when you find yourself sitting somewhere going, why am I still sitting here watching this? I am totally numb. That is your soul going, would you please turn off the damn television and get up? Go do something. Go be creative. Go make something happen for yourself through training your thoughts, thinking on purpose. Okay, beloved ones, I know we're pretty like this sometimes, but we do this because we only get to see you at certain times, and we see the value, the strength, the light workers that are in this community. And I say this to you, beloved one, 2017 is going to rock. We have put in this little one and into her community and into her staff that we will be going out through those doors and making a community difference. When she shared this with us, her thoughts on this, and she wasn't specific about it. She was just like, I want to be a blessing outside that door right there. Show me what that looks like. Make it fun, make it easy. I want to laugh. I want to make a difference. It's important that this community makes a difference. We're not just talk. We're also divine action. And as soon as this little one said that, it gave us permission to go, okay, she just gave us permission. Let's go have some fun. Victoria will speak. As soon as I said that, within 48 hours, people came into this community that have been here for a while, that are prominent business people. We want to do business with you. We see what your community is doing. We see what you are doing. And we're going to take it out to the masses here in Knoxville. We have business meetings set up we want you a part of. These are corporate meetings we want you to sit in on. And we want your thoughts. We want your formulas. We want your desires for this community. And I'm looking at this very prominent businessman that is usually here. And he goes, we're going to change everything. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking up at him. And usually as a rule, I put up a shield when someone says something that to me. But I felt those familiar wings wrap around me. This is what you asked for. So, beloved ones, I ask this of you, this is me speaking, I ask this of you, lift this community up. See it making a difference. See it causing people to go, they're not like everybody else. I'm curious. Let's go see what that's about. see them go, you know what, they didn't judge me. They're gonna allow me to be who I am, what any form I choose to be, and they're sending and showing me love. There's only two things in this world, beloved ones. Two feelings in this world. Love, fear. Love, fear. You're either acting in fear or you're acting in love. There's no in between. Love, fear. That's it. Okay? We've come down here by choice. Remember, hey, I'll go. I'll go to the school. And learn to make better choices for ourselves. We train our thoughts like an athlete, beloved ones. Okay? Spend 3 minutes a day before the feet hit the floor. Isn't it wonderful that everything works out for me? And pay attention where you're feeling that statement. Isn't it wonderful that everything works out for me? Because if it's all up here, it's still knowledge. But when you're feeling it here, it becomes wisdom. Isn't it wonderful that everything works out for me? And so it is. Blessed ones, thank you for being here. Thank you for the opportunity to stand up here as one of your pastors and let you know just how wonderful and powerful you truly are as a divine being in human form. I ask this of you today. Do one thing today that feeds your soul. And if that looks like taking a good Sunday afternoon nap, so be it. Having a good medium rare steak with, that's me, so be it. But show love to self in a loving, balanced way. That's what we're here for. We're here to love each other and to collect all of these contrasting experiences that we have the power to choose differently. Beloved God and goddesses. So let's go have fun. Okay, I want a hug from everybody today. I love you guys. Thank you for being here.